Hey guys, this is TechBo here. We all know stocks market are volatile and it can be risky if you do not know how to profit from it, right? So congratulations to all of you, especially the newbies, because you have learned the tools like sell put, sell call, all the basic tools yet powerful to really profit from the stock market. So in this short video, I'm going to share with you how I actually profit from this high volatility stock. Alright, and even survive a 33% drop. Alright, that was not fun. So here's my experience with Footlocker. Alright, I know that this stock is highly debatable. Many of you might not agree this is a good stock. But if you check the Morningstar fundamentals, the balance sheet, the numbers looks pretty alright actually. So, but we are not discussing about the fundamental of the business here. How I got this lobang is literally from the Facebook community. You are right. So, just to share, back then, 23rd of the June last year, if you can search my name or search the Footlocker stock, I posted on 23rd June last year. It's actually Janice first posted on her finding. So I then took about 5 minutes to research on the P series. It looks pretty alright, and in fact, if you can watch the video, you'll know how I felt. I was really quite excited back then. So within just 5-10 minutes, I had my research and I decided to take action. And in fact, I posted also a sequence on how you actually execute the options. So for newbies, you can actually refer on how you can execute the options here. Alright, so back to the story. Now, I just want to share with you the full picture, but okay, before that, I think where to find the resources, right? Just to share, you can actually go to videos. Yeah, so you go to videos, you are able to see, the videos here. So basically I had some sharing there as well, and don't forget to do your own due diligence, of course. And then this is a video for newbies who might want to know how to execute the options. And in fact, subsequently in a month later, I actually teach or share a strategy called a rolling strategy. Alright, so you spend your own time to study on that. I just want to share with you my full experience with Footlocker. So the video is in a Facebook group, you can watch it yourself. So this is how the chart looks like, or in overall, right? So back then, it was like June period. So it looks like, for those who learn technical analysis, it looks like it's on the support line, but it doesn't matter. As a newbie, someone who do not know much about this company, but spend just 10 minutes to study about it, I decided to take action. No point, because you will never be ready to enter a trade. So I had a trade first, because it was also quite attractive, 3.96% for my first trade with Footlocker, and yeah, 190 USD just for this trade. And sometimes, greed might come in, so days later, I had another contract, and I sold another at the lower strike price. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so basically you can see that this is my second contract. So all I need is actually to set aside 4,008 and 4,006 for this sell put contract, right? Another 2.5%, not too bad. But what happened next is on the 21st of July, right? Which is my first contract, supposed to expire this day. But the share price already dropped below 48, which I promised at 48, right? What it means is I have to, spend 4,008 to buy the share of Footlocker when the market price is actually 46. I may not want to hold the stock. Of course, I don't mind, but I try not to hold the stock at that point of time. Maybe premium was not too bad, so I decided to do this strategy called rolling, which I had a video on that. Yeah, so I had a video on how to roll, right? But on the 16th, so basically on 16th I roll, right? Because I rolled twice actually, because the other contract, if you can see that, basically the share price keep dropping lah. So, I just rolled to another month, because it's like expiring soon, because from July 21st, I rolled to 18 August, right? So now, on the 16th August, the price was still below 48, so I try to delay for another month. Yeah, rolling basically means closing your position and then sell another month of put. So this time around, I just want to avoid gonna exercise. So the premium may not be that fantastic, only 1%, not too bad still. But what happened next is really on the earning days. Alright. So we all know on the earning days itself, the share price actually plunged 27% in one night, and the week itself actually plunged 33% altogether. So I try not to, because share price plunged to super low. I try not to kena the stop, so I actually wrote my second contract, the second one that blew. I wrote this to actually I wrote to November, so that's like 3 months away, right? And I'm getting only 1.3%, but my intention is not getting this stock assigned, so that's what I did, right? Simple strategy, right? Just rolling, and in between, before the expiration date, I didn't know, and I wasn't prepared for this as well, because we all learned that most options are expired worthless, right? But in this case, maybe the share price dropped quite significantly, and the buyer choose to exercise, so no choice. Without me, realizing I had the stock, I got the stock. Fortunately, unfortunately, but luckily I got the money in my account, so not to worry. So basically, my 4,008 spent on this when the market was actually around $34. So no worry. But to avoid, the other contract gonna exercise as well. So a few weeks later, on the 12th of 12 October, I actually rolled. And this time around, because the price was low and I don't want to adjust my strike price, so I actually adjust the time instead. I rolled to a few more months, which is actually another 3 months, I think. Yeah. So at super low premium as well. So my intention wasn't focusing on premium this time around. So I rolled till 19 January, which is only days ago, right? So guess what then? The next earning is coming, right? But before that, there's a bonus. I wasn't expecting dividend, but I happened to see that there's $31 after the tax. I still got $31, not too bad. Surprise anyway. So, but more importantly, it's just before the earning. Alright, you see that the premium was super attractive. Guess what? On 15th of November, I'm selling a put for just 2 days expiration, and my premium is 2.68%. How attractive it is, right? And because I'm so confident in the stock itself, I study the stock, make sure that fundamental actually is still pretty intact. Not a concern. I think it was Mr. Market, that causes the down of the share price. I think this earning, they should be doing well based on their past 10 years record. Earnings keep going up, almost no debt, strong cash flow. So I think they'll be alright. So I'm quite confident that it can't go much lower. So I actually decided to sell a put at the super attractive premium. And maybe because of greed sometimes, I sell another put for just 1 day. That means on the contract expiration day. By the way, this is risky and advanced. I don't advise any beginners to do this. Only quite experienced then, do at your own risk. Yeah, this is not any recommendations to do so. 1.28% for 1 night contract. Not too bad. Another 100 plus, right? But luckily, indeed, the share price actually shoot up. It was, I think, maybe 20+% 1 night shoot up back. So finally, I then got a chance to sell call, because back then when the share price plunged, I can't sell call back at the very high price, right? So I have to really wait until the share price shoot up. Then I got a chance to sell call at 47. Although I buy at 48 because I've been collecting premium, so I don't mind selling, promise to sell at 47. And because the price is still quite a distance away to 47, so I had to actually do a back then, I think, 2 months of sell call instead of our normal 1 month. But it was 2.34%, so not too bad. Guess what happened on 19 January, which is like days ago? Share price actually already shot up above 47, above my 48 as well. So, but if I don't do anything, it will expire actually worthless last Friday, and then my stock will then be sold off at the agreed price. But I decided to actually just simply roll to another month again, and getting another 2.9%, 300 plus USD. Not too bad, because by the time, let's say by the time 16 February, if the price is still above 47, which then I will leave it maybe, so the contract will then be exercised, and this 100 share of Footlocker will then be sold away at 47, which I'm okay. At least I got this extra premium collected anyway. So my whole sharing to you is my personal experience in going through all the ups and downs, despite the sharp drop as well as the up. But more importantly, despite the high volatility, usually it's not good for stocks. And even if you were to hold on from the start to from the price initially was at 48 till now around 50, you get maybe about just 2% gain. But with my options, with what you have learned as well, sell put, sell call, this is what you could be getting. And this is, by the way, actual my record, yeah. So 4%, 2.5%, 3%, sometimes 1% if I do rolling, and bonus dividend. All in, actually, I collected about over $1,000, and the charges add up about $50. So around my total again in this premium collected is actually about $1,000, which is not too bad, right? And if you were to just buy and hold, you know what you could be getting. And if you actually back then actually had lost confidence and decided to cut loss and decided to not go with it, then that's when you will miss the opportunity. Because to be frank, after I posted the video of how to roll, many people actually maybe tried following, but they may not know the consequences, or sometimes they just don't know what they do. Then they ask me, what should I do? Should I close it after the drop? Because I do the rolling before the share price drop actually. So if you close it back then you will suffer a loss. As we all learned from Warren Buffett, rule number 1 is never lose money. So my point to you is, if you are not confident in this stock to hold for at least a few months or 1 year, then you shouldn't be entering. You must enter with confidence. Even if I'm wrong, even if let's say Footlocker really losing its economic mode, and but I think it's only fair, let's say after half a year, after 1 year, then if their results earning really dropping, then that's maybe my mistake. But simply because I sell put and then share price plunge within a few months, I won't judge by the price. I judge by the earnings. I will make sure that in the next few quarters the company can still perform well, reported higher earnings. Then that's what I want to see. So that's why when the price plunged like 30%, I was actually pretty alright. When people ask me what I do about it, I just roll. Because since I calculated the intrinsic value, or rather the entry price, should be around $48 range, which I'm happy to hold, then regardless of the price drop, I'll just hold it anyway. And I know one day it will go up. It's just that luckily it went up after just 1 quarter, so not too bad. So this is my experience in half a year with Footlocker. Alright, of course, it's your own due diligence. Please do that to study whether the economic moves is there or not. But it doesn't matter, just to share that despite the uncertainty, it's still possible to make a handsome premiums and profits from this stock market, from this kind of average stock maybe. So yeah, with the right strategies and right mindset, never lose money and all that, you can definitely always hoard like crazy. Yeah. And also thanks to all the community members and VIC grads for their generous sharing all the time. So that's the reason why I always constantly get ideas, and wishing you all the best as well. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching.